Greetings and skeletations, my new ghoul friends. I'm Niomi Dylan Sass, resident podcaster here at UIC Radio, and I'm taking you along with me to visit something grave today. This is where hauntings feel like hellos. Welcome to season 2 of a podcast for everything in the horror genre, from movies to mythologies and mysteries. This is She's in the Crypt. Along with us on this week's frightful journey, a creature cloaked as an actress and a first-time guest at the Crypt, Christina Ahlman. I needed someone who would be the yin to my yang, the good to my evil, an angel to my devil for this week's episode. There are 3 villains that hold special places in our hearts for eerie and sentimental reasons of our own. The Evil Queen, Dame Gothel, and Ursula The Sea Witch. These 3 women of extremely vicious power have origin stories some mortals may not be too familiar with. There will be a trigger warning at the beginning of each of my episodes, just in case today's dark discussion isn't your preferred potion. We touch on the topics from death, poisoning, and child neglect. Ghoul, I get it if you can't listen to that right now. Just leave us a like on your way out and be sure to tune in next week for a different dark discussion. After this quick break, I'll be back with Christina to do some grave digging into 3 of our favorite villains from the Disney universe. I'll be telling you their dark origin stories from legendary German writers such as Hans Christian Andersen and the brothers Grimm. Together, we're going to be dissecting how much these centuries-old stories changed in order to fit the Disney versions. I'll be rolling in my grave with excitement while you listen to this quick message from beyond. I saw this one on an anime I was watching recently, and it looked easy enough. Let silver and steel be the essence. Let stone and the Archduke of contracts be the foundation. Fill. Let each be turned over 5 times, simply breaking asunder and fulfilled time. I think at this point we'd be surprised if it actually did work. All right, my way for the wind. This is She Summoning. Everyone, welcome to the studio. Christina, how was Purgatory?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Great. I know. I'm excited for you to be here, too. So just to get people a little familiar with you, what is your major and how did you choose it?
I am a BA Theater and Performance major here at UIC.
Woohoo. And you are a senior, right?
I'm a senior. I'm graduating in like 5 weeks.
Ooh, awesome. Do you have any plans after graduation?
I do. It's really kind of fitting for this episode. I am going to Disney World, and I got an internship with the Disney College program.
Woo! So exciting.
So I'll be doing that. I leave in August, and I'll be doing that for a couple months.
At least you get the summer off. You get to chill a little bit.
I chose the dates so I could chill during the summer.
Yeah.
Because you could leave May or June. But I chose August because I was like...
I mean, after 4 years of college, you need a little break. Just real quick.
I was like... That's crazy to go from graduating college
straight into it.
Yes, and then doing a show.
Right.
Like we're in Macbeth right now. Like it's crazy to go from, oh, you're in a show, you graduate college, here, move to another state.
And start working.
That's crazy. I was like...
What state is it in? Florida, right?
Florida.
I mean, at least it's warm there.
At least it's warm.
So, what connections do you have with the horror genre? I know you're not like too much of a horror fan, but you know, like what kind of like stories do you have that are spooky that you resonate with?
I love ghost stories.
Oh, see, period.
I love ghost stories. Like, oh my God, this is going to sound like I'm a nerd, but you know, like the YouTuber Sam and Kobe?
I don't think so. I should look them up though.
They like go in and they do like ghost hunting
Ghost hunting
in different areas, and I watch that all the time.
That sounds fun. There's these drag queens, I forgot their names, but they do seances. They're not real seances, but they're just like fake seances, and they're just all super gay when they do it. That's really funny.
Oh, they do real seances. And because I'm a person who like totally believes in ghosts and like
Right, me too.
the like the afterworld, you know. Like I'm a person who loves watching like the medium shows.
Right, Teresa Caputo.
Yes, I love her. Do you know how bad I want her to read my family?
Right.
Like, I want it so bad. So bad.
So, what are you most excited to talk about today?
Oh my gosh. I love everything Disney. That's why I'm doing the Disney College program.
Right. I mean, that's so cool. I mean, the thing's super hard to get into, so that's really awesome that you got into it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I still have one more year to figure it out, but we'll see what I'm going to do when I graduate.
You have a year. I keep telling, because freshmen keep coming up to me and they're like, I don't know what I'm going to do after college. And I'm like, people, you have time.
Right, but like, do you even know what you're doing next semester? Let's worry about that first. So, we will get into the next segment. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is Dark Discussions. Shh. All right, so I'm going to tell you the dark origins of these villains and the fairy tales that they come from. After, we'll just see how similar or different Disney reimagined them, starting with Snow White, which was originally written by the brothers Grimm and published in the year 1812. So in this story, the queen, which is Snow White's stepmom, becomes obsessed with being the fairest of them all and resolves to kill Snow White when the magic mirror reveals that Snow White is actually the fairest. The queen commands a huntsman to take her into the forest, kill her, and bring back some of her inner organs as proof. The huntsman cannot bring himself to kill the young, beautiful girl and brings animal organs instead. The huntsman instructs Snow White to flee and never return to the palace, effectively condemning her to exile and presumed death. The queen asks the magic mirror the same question, and it reveals Snow White is not only alive, but still the fairest in all the land. The evil queen disguises herself multiple times to approach Snow White. She offers a comb that is enchanted and poisoned, which Snow White uses and immediately collapses. So the dwarves end up reviving her. In some other tellings, the queen also laces her up with bodices extremely tight, so Snow White nearly dies. The dwarves again get there just in time and untie her. The queen came back a final time and gives her a half-poisoned apple. Snow White bites and falls into a death-like sleep. The dwarfs, unable to succumb to the idea of burying her, place Snow White into a glass coffin where she lies preserved and mourned, believed to be dead. A prince comes across the coffin and the dwarves, falling in love with her at first sight, and pleading with them to let him take her back to his castle. She ends up waking up along the journey where she agrees to go back and marry. The evil queen asks the mirror again the legendary question, which this time he replies that a new bride is now the fairest. She goes to see herself who this bride is. Once arrived, she realizes it's Snow White's wedding. The queen is forced to dance in red-hot iron slippers until she dies, which is going to be a public ritual punishment for them. This is the story that inspires the 1937 Disney classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Romantic, right?
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
So what in this story surprised you that is kind of different from the original one?
Okay, so the corsets, right?
Yeah, the binding.
Yeah, that is not in the Disney.
Right. And to the slippers at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, slippers are used in Cinderella, but the slippers at the end, they literally, like, it was metal slippers that they had on hot iron coal, and they literally used tongs to, like, pick them up and give them to her, and like, no, dance, monkey, dance. And they made her dance until she died.
They were like, you did so much bad. I'm going to make you dance with red hot coal shoes, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, red hot coal shoes. I mean, isn't there like that one practice where if people barefoot would just walk on the hot coals?
Yes.
Yeah, they're crazy.
That's crazy.
So, can you tell us kind of like a summarized version of the Disney story?
Okay, so who's the fairest of them all? And it is Snow White. And she has someone take her to the woods, but the person cannot kill her.
Right.
Because, like, that's a lot to ask of a person.
Literally.
So then Snow White, he comes back. I don't think he comes back with organs, though. He says that he did it. And then Snow White finds the house where the seven dwarfs live. And the queen, it's just the apple.
Right, yeah.
Story.
Just the one little apple.
It's just the one apple that the queen disguises herself as, like,
that old ass
that
lady.
old person, that old lady. And then she eats the apple. You know, the prince comes to save the day.
Of course. Yeah, so that one they kind of really did not, I don't want to say dumb it down. Not dumb it down. They PG'd it. Like, yeah.
They did PG it.
Well, because it's for kids.
It is for kids. But in kids' things, even like lullabies, like Rock-a-bye Baby and the treetop, like when the bell breaks, the cradle will drop.
Right.
Like, there is dark origins to a lot of things that kids listen to and
the
kids
Ring
watch.
Around the Rosies.
Yes. There's a lot of dark origins with kids media.
So what is your special relation to this particular villain?
Okay, so I love the story, but when I was this past summer in August, I turned 21, so we did like a full trip. And before we got on a Disney cruise, we went to Magic Kingdom. And after Magic Kingdom, my mom, aunt, and I went to, I'm going to make sure I say this right, Storybook Dining at Artist Point with Snow White. It's a character dining experience at Disney World. And they have the queen there for you to meet. But they also have Snow White there to meet, and they have Dopey and Grumpy.
Aw, that's me. I'm both.
But it was the best character dining experience I've ever experienced at Disney World. And I have gone to a lot of character dining. I love character dining at Disney World. But that was hands down the best. That queen, she was in character the entire time. Her facial expressions were on point. Like, I have photos and her facial expressions are just amazing.
Was that the one that got fired, or is it a different one? Was that a different location?
That was in Disneyland.
Oh, that's at California.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have you, so they give you cannot just go up to the queen. And the queen doesn't come to your table because, like...
She's a queen.
She's a queen. So the waiters have to give you a special thing that says you can come up to meet the queen now. And then you can get in line to meet the queen. But that was the best character dining I've ever experienced at
Was she
Disney
mean
World.
to you?
I mean, no. It was more like fun.
I would be like, say the meanest thing to me now.
Even my mom loved it. And she's not a Disney person. My mom's not a Disney person. And she was so excited to meet the evil queen. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for me, my special relation with like Snow White, I guess, is one of my best friends back in California, Bella. Hey, Bella. She is a party princess. She does a lot of that for like side work. And the one she gets booked as the most is Snow White because like her skin is super, super pale, but like she keeps it that way because she's had this job for a long time. Like every time we went, and she's super goth too, but like anytime we go, anytime the sun's out, she's just literally like sunblock all over. She's like, I get paid for this. But yeah, she's my favorite Snow White. She's super talented she's just a talented actress, period, but she's super good at staying in character. And so she does all like the kids' birthday parties and stuff. So it's fun to see her. She'll like dress up in like Starbucks bathrooms and stuff, because like, you know, you can't like it's like you have the option of driving around town in your car as a princess or going and doing like a quick change somewhere, because you can't do it at like the party person's house,
Yeah.
because then that'll kind of like break the illusion if the kid sees you. But yeah.
Also, my aunt and I's favorite ride at Disney World in Magic Kingdom, it's going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah.
Like, that's our favorite ride at Magic Kingdom. It might be Tron now, but we love that ride.
I honestly get motion sickness, and I'm not really a fan of any rides. I like the ones that go slow. Those are nice. It's a small world. Love it.
My aunt also loves it, but I kind of get sick of it. And then I like start thinking, these dolls are on.
You're like, they're kind of creepy.
They're kind of creepy. And there's like rumors that the dolls are on the entire night, and the
really?
ride
Just,
never stops.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, you think about it. And then, so they use yarn for the dolls' hairs.
Mm-hmm.
So there are cast members who literally have to go give these dolls haircuts. It's crazy.
The yarn grows?
Like, because it's so humid in Florida.
Oh, yeah. They just have to go put a new sew-in in.
Yeah, they have to, you know, cut the yarn that...
So, the next villain is going to be from the story Rapunzel, also by the brothers Grimm, which is published for the first time in the year 1812. In this story, a pregnant woman craves rumpion, which is like a cabbage or a lettuce. So, her husband steals it from a witch's garden, which they live right next door. And I don't know how they don't know that their neighbor's not a witch, but okay. Yeah, her husband steals it from a witch's garden. When caught, he bargains away his unborn child to avoid punishment, essentially selling his child. The witch names the girl Rapunzel and raises her in isolation, claiming her as property. Rapunzel is locked alone in the high tower with no door, dependent on the witch who visits by climbing her hair. This is prolonged confinement and control. A prince overhears Rapunzel singing in from afar one day and sees how the witch gets up to the tower. He exclaims for her to let down her hair, and even though she's startled, they fall in love and begin to meet in secret. Their meetings involve deception of the witch and risk of severe punishment. When the witch discovers the affair, she cuts off Rapunzel's hair and casts Rapunzel out into the desert, an act of humiliation and exile. She uses the cut hair as a trap to lure the prince. The prince is tricked by the witch, falls or is pushed from the tower and is blinded. So in some Grimm versions, the witch blinds him by thrusting down the tower, or in some tellings, he falls down and is injured, but nonetheless, he gets blinded. So he wanders blind, suffering. Rapunzel, exiled and pregnant, gives birth in the desert and survives the hardships while being separated from the prince and the father of her children. Years later, the blinded prince and Rapunzel reunite because he's wandering and hears her singing. Her tears restore his sight. The family's reunited, but only after prolonged suffering and violence. The witch, which was kidnapping and imprisonment, the husband, which was stealing and bargaining away his child, and then the circumstances that forced Rapunzel into extreme vulnerability. In the end, there is a reunion and recovering following long suffering and violence. This story is what has now been interpreted into the 2010 movie Tangled. Is there any part of this original story that threw you for a spin?
Oh my gosh. The affair?
Right.
Because that does not happen in the Disney version. Also, in the Disney version, it's a magic flower that they put in, that they cut to save the queen who is giving birth to Rapunzel.
Right.
And
that's what makes her hair like magic,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Because the queen drinks it. And they put the flower in like the water, and then she drinks it, and then that saves her, and that makes Rapunzel's hair like
all magical.
But the evil mother, you know, Mother Gothel, she used that flower to make her young. So
I mean, I would too.
So, when Rapunzel was born, she like came up. And she cut off some of Rapunzel's hair to be like, oh, maybe I could just take this but it did not work because it turns brown when you cut it off. So then she kidnapped Rapunzel and brought her into that tower and would not let her leave. And they have that, like, you know, where she would brush Rapunzel's hair to go young again. And then Rapunzel is 18 when she wants to see the floating lanterns. Lanterns. Oh my gosh. And but there's that song Mother Knows Best.
Yep.
Which is iconic. And but like my friend and I watch Tangled and sing along to all the songs. Like Mother Knows Best when you're drunk hits.
I believe it.
I'm just saying. Not that I'm encouraging it, but
right, no.
But it's a lot of fun. Anyway, and then they have her crown though. They have her crown. You know, Flynn Rider steals the crown.
Right.
And then he is trying to escape from Maximus, the horse. So then he finds the tower. He finds the place where he can climb up the stairs. Like he goes through that. And then Rapunzel, which is one of probably the best moments in the entire movie, hits Flynn Rider with the frying pan. And it's a joke that, like, I make all the time. Like, if I'm cooking in the kitchen and, like, someone's there, I, like, grab the frying pan and I'm like...
I'm gonna get you.
My dad has, like, a cast iron pan and it's so heavy. And I constantly think about how I could totally pull a Rapunzel if there's, like, an intruder in the house.
Right.
Like, I could totally pull a Rapunzel because that pan is so heavy. Anyway, you know...
Yeah, some other differences from the story into the movie. Flynn, was it Flynn or was it Rapunzel that cut her own hair in the end?
It was Flynn.
Yeah, Flynn cut her hair.
Flynn cut her hair because he knew the only way for her to go back to her parents and live her life was if she cut her hair. If her hair was cut.
So dramatic.
So the mother wasn't. But in the original story, the evil mother disguises herself.
Right.
At the end of the movie, Flynn Rider comes to save Rapunzel. And Rapunzel is literally like, her hair is used to cover her mouth. But the Mother Gothel uses Flynn says, oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Mother Gothel is the one to let down the hair. And he comes up and he sees Rapunzel, locked up, tied down, and he comes, and it was, so that's a similarity, but there's a difference there, where the hair was used by Mother Gothel to kind of like trick Flynn Rider into coming up.
In the story, she cut it out and just saved it. She already exiled her and just used her cut off braid.
But at the end, Mother Gothel does cut Flynn Rider with a knife.
Good.
And good. So funny. And the hair is used. Well, no. Her tears are magical at the end.
Yeah, her tears are magical in this one too. They cure his blindness, but Flynn wasn't blind. Just a little cut.
Her because he was dying, and then she was crying because she's like, "You're the love of my life, and you're dying." And then it's her tears that save it, and then they go on and live happily ever after, and they are, reunited. Right.
So in Disney's version, is Mother Gothel how is she actually more of a mother? Because in the story, she only visits her at night or in the daytime, for a few hours. Is that the same in the Disney movie?
She leaves Rapunzel alone to go get food and go on to go get things, but it is kind of Rapunzel does not know that she's evil.
Right.
Rapunzel literally finds out when
she thinks that's her mom, right?
Yeah. Rapunzel finds out that she's the stolen princess when her and Flynn go out in the town to go see the floating lanterns.
Isn't there like a little Easter egg inside of Frozen?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Whereas, oh my God, Anna is singing like for the first time in forever. There's that all
like
the guests are
parade and
walking.
shit.
All the guests are walking into the castle, and you can see Rapunzel with the cut hair. I love Frozen. My 10th birthday party, that cake was Frozen themed.
Me, when I go outside, Frozen.
Frozen. I was obsessed with Frozen. Obsessed. My brother got sick of it because I would always rewatch it, and he's like,
Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell, they're amazing.
I am obsessed with them. Oh my God. I'm going to spill some lore.
What lore?
Okay, so there's a professor here. I'm totally exposing. And he's like, hopefully he listens to this. I'm not going to name drop. But he's like, Idina Menzel is always under the key. And we were like, huh. I gagged.
Read her.
I was like, because I love Let It Go.
Right.
I love, because I'm such a Disney kid, that this professor looks at you and goes, she's always under the key. I don't really like her. And you're like, what? And then you listen closely and you're like, maybe he has a point. It really disappointed me. It really, really disappointed me.
So the last villain is from the story Little Mermaid, written by Hans Christian Andersen, which was published in 1836. So the youngest mermaid of the ocean yearns to gain an immortal soul by marrying a human prince she saved from drowning. This longing drives her to extreme self-sacrifice. She trades her beautiful voice to the Sea Witch in exchange for legs. The potion gives her legs, but each step feels like walking on sharp knives, causing unbearable pain whenever she moves. By surrendering her voice, she loses the primary means to express herself. She basically becomes physically vulnerable and dependent. The prince befriends and loves her for the care she provides and ultimately marries another princess, after mistakenly thinking that she was the one who saved him because of her beauty, leaving the mermaid heartbroken and without the soul she sought. So the Sea Witch warned that if the prince marries someone else, the mermaid will die at dawn and dissolve into sea foam. There is one brutal escape. If she kills the prince, she will become a mermaid again, a choice that would require murder. The mermaid sisters secretly trade their long hair to the Sea Witch to get a dagger so the mermaids can kill the prince and save herself. Their sacrifice highlights the bleakness of her options. Unable to commit the murder, the mermaid refuses to kill the sleeping prince. At dawn, she throws herself into the sea and dissolves into foam, a tragic end that appears like death. But instead of ceasing to exist, she becomes a daughter of the air, a spirit given a chance to earn a soul over 300 years through good deeds. The story is melancholic and severe, focused on unrequited love, bodily suffering, moral dilemma, which is like murder versus spiritual destruction, and selfless sacrifice rather than fairy tale happy endings. So what about this story stood out to you?
Oh my God. So the prince saved her.
No, she saved him.
Okay.
And then she just like randomly appeared, basically how she did, like washed up on shore.
But
couldn't talk or nothing.
Yes, but every time she walked, there was like that pain that was knives.
But her love was so much, she was able to bear through it.
I
But
was
yeah,
like,
every
oh my
step
gosh.
was like, yeah.
Because I was thinking like Disney really did PG
that, yeah.
PG that, because it's like she's not in pain when she's walking. Yes, she loses her voice to go have legs.
Right.
But she's not in pain.
Right. I mean, maybe internally.
But physically, she is not in pain.
Yeah, physically, she is fine for sure.
I think
so.
The hair that does not happen in the Disney version.
The sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, the sisters. They don't mess with the Sea Witch.
They don't know. it's the father and Ariel
Right.
that mess with the Sea Witch. But that Sea Witch is just iconic. And when I was on the Disney cruise, it's like you watch this like abridged version of The Little Mermaid.
Right.
And it's only an hour because, there's little kids. So like you need to keep it
short and sweet.
short and sweet.
Like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes. Period. But the characters that stand out are the evil ones because you leave and they're like, oh my God, Ursula was so good.
Right.
She was so good. Where those always stand out.
That is actually one of my dream roles is to be Ursula.
Honestly?
I think I'd eat.
I think you would. I think you would. Poor unfortunate souls.
And that's in my like vocal range because it's like written in a tenor, a little alto, and I can do that.
Poor unfortunate souls is a top Disney song.
No, for real. And the cartoon version animation was inspired by the drag queen Divine, which is like John Waters, like one of best friends, almost like contemporary partner. John Waters is the not original. He is the writer and original director of the movie Hairspray.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's the one that written that. He's kind of like a creepy looking man with like that thin mustache.
Oh.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, his best friend's Divine. They usually partner up together, but Divine, that drag queen, the eyebrows, that's literally what Ursula was based off of. The animation was based off of that drag queen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that was a little cool fun fact.
That is cool. Okay, Disney. Getting inspiration from drag queens.
Right.
Like, okay. But there's a ride at Disney where, like, it's a Little Mermaid ride.
Mm-hmm.
And in Disneyland, if you want the good air conditioning, go to that ride. And my brother wanted the good air conditioning, so he just went on that ride over and over and over again. And there was a moment where the ride got stuck, and he was stuck where it's Sebastian being like, kiss the girl. And he comes out and he goes, yeah, I was stuck there, and all I heard over and over was, kiss the girl, over and over again.
Kiss the girl.
So that ride is really good, and it has really good air conditioning in Disneyland. The air conditioning in Disney World's not that good, but it's still a classic ride.
It's because it's in Florida.
Yeah,
the weather's just not that good.
Yes. It's still like a classic ride that I love.
Right. In this story too, there's no giant battle at the end either.
No.
How Ursula fights Ariel at the end. The prince also totally marries somebody else.
And he does not do that in the original story.
He's like, she's pretty and can talk, so I'm actually gonna go with her. Thank you so much though. Love you, bye.
Ursula does use the her eels to try to stop the kissing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's never a huge battle.
Right. There was no time frame in the story. It was more so if he just ever married somebody else, then that was the consequence.
Okay.
Yeah, in like Disney, she had like 3 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disney, it's always like there's always a time.
Yeah, a little extra heightened stake.
Oh yeah, like we need to. Wow, acting terms?
Wow.
We need to have really high stakes when we go on stage.
And not like stakes that smoke weed, you guys.
We got that note yesterday for Macbeth.
Right.
When you said dagger, I was about to be like, is that a dagger I see before me?
Is that a dagger? So what is your special connection with Ursula?
I just have always loved The Little Mermaid.
Me too.
Ariel.
My favorite soundtrack of any Disney movie is the Little Mermaid soundtrack.
The first song I learned to sing was Up Where They Walk, Up Where They Run. So that's really special. And I just think the whole, like, if you see it live, the whole makeup, that whole costume is
Looking flying.
amazing. But it's also like that song. I feel like I'm a person who connects if there's a song.
Right.
So
In the new movie, I like the new song Scuttlebutt. I connect with that song.
Okay, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I knew it was him. I didn't even know he was writing a song, but as soon as I watched it in the theater for the first time and like the first verse, I was like, oh, dude from Hamlet wrote this. Not Hamlet.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah, dude from Hamilton wrote this.
We are on, can you tell that we're on Shakespeare?
Right.
Can you tell that Niomi and I have Shakespeare on the brain?
It's not our fault.
It's not our fault. Come see Macbeth, April 11th through the 18th at UIC Theater. But no, I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. Love him. Okay, a little funny story. But when I went to LA, and you know, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame with the stars, I wanted to find Lin-Manuel Miranda's star. That was the only star I wanted.
Finding people's stars on the Walk of Fame is like impossible.
Yes. So we literally walked. My aunt and I walked 30 minutes.
Oh no.
To go so I could get a picture
with the star.
With the star. And she was so mad at me because it was so hot outside.
Yeah, but LA's no joke.
Christina also was not drinking water. So that night we get to Disneyland and we have a reservation in downtown Disney. And I feel sick because I did not drink enough water that day. I was completely miserable.
Aww.
Because I did not drink enough water because I walked.
I never drink enough water. I have probably a bottle of water a day and like 3 Monsters.
I know you have 3 Monsters.
It's good.
I know you for that one.
That's what I need right now, actually. But yeah, everybody, those were our 3 favorite Disney villains. So we're at the part where we get to play one of my favorite games, Slash or Smash. The rules are very simple. I will tell you an iconic horror character, and we will say whether we would slash them or smash them, and why. So remember, this season, I'm going to be having a mini vlog series of Slash or Smash with people around campus and posting it to Instagram. But for now, we are here. And the first person up on the dossier is going to be the Evil Queen. Are you slashing or smashing?
Oh, I think I have to do Smash.
Smash? Okay. Down, down, down.
Her personality? I feel like that would be fun.
Right. And technically, she is the second hottest person around, right? If Snow White's the first, she's the second.
She's the second. Also, she's just hot.
For me, I am going to smash, but only in her old lady disguise.
I'm going to smash this old lady.
So next up, we have her counterpart, Snow White. We slashing or smashing?
I'm smashing.
Yeah?
Snow White? I just love her.
Right? Because like I said, she's the first hottest person in all the land.
Yes. Also, I just love her movement.
Right.
I've been obsessed with her movement recently.
She's like one of the forest.
Yes. I would smash.
I am going to second that. We will smash Snow White. Sounds good.
It's Snow White. I feel like you kind of have to.
Right. It's a little disrespectful if you don't.
Yeah.
So next up, we have Mother Gothel.
Ooh.
This is low key for me, and this is low key. This is another smash.
I don't know. This might be a slash for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know if she'll be good in bed.
Decent. That's fair, because that's not even her kid.
That's not even her kid.
She didn't even like do the necessary.
I don't think she got down with anybody.
Right.
She's just living in a tower. Like, I don't know what she's doing when she's out running errands, but
I mean, it could be other people.
There could be. Disney's not going to say that. Disney's going to be like, she's out running errands.
So,
she's out getting Rapunzel paint.
Yeah, pretty much. She's out getting more rope to keep her tied down. Next up, we have Rapunzel.
I would smash.
I
feel like that would be fun.
I would only smash with her long hair.
And that's what I was going to say. Smash with the long hair.
When she chops it, she's a chop. I think it's just the brunette. I don't think the way they draw her skin tone doesn't look good as a brunette. She's very more like tan and golden, and that just looks better with the blonde.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to, overall, I'm just gonna slash. Yeah, sorry about it. Next up, we have Ursula, the Sea Witch.
I would total smash.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm scared.
I know, but I feel like
the ocean of the motion of the ocean
would be fun.
Ursula is one of my favorite characters ever. However, I'm scared. I'm going to slash. I think I would die. I think she would like suffocate me. She tried to like cover my mouth with her suction cups.
Yeah, but why do I think that's kind of fun?
I mean, that's fine. That's everyone's choice. All right, last up on the dossier, we have Ariel.
I might have to slash because I do not know if I could smash her because
The fish?
I love her so much.
Oh.
Where I don't think I could.
Right.
I think that might destroy it for me.
Ariel, let me see. I'm going to slash because I'm not a fan of her decision making in most of the renditions. She's not that good of a critical thinker, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't really like think ahead. She kind of just thinks right in the moment, which good for you. I do too. But for that reason, I'm gonna slash.
She just goes right after that boy.
Right.
She saves that boy and she's like, I need to marry this man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this man.
Cue Ariana Grande, that boy is mine. All right, everybody, that was slash or smash. So we have almost dug a hole big enough to fit this topic into. But before we go, this is part of the show where we answer chilling inquiries from our crypt keepers. So today's question is to Miss Keeper of the Crypt. Hello, I suppose I'm not your usual kind of storyteller, but I run out of conventional options. You see, I've lived in the woods longer than most kingdoms have stood. People call me a witch, an evil one, of course, but they never ask why. They just remember the curses, not what came before them. Recently, something has changed. The forest no longer listens to me. My spells, once flawless, not twist in ways I didn't intend. A potion meant to lull a traveler to sleep instead made them vanish. Not dead, not alive, just gone. And then there's the girl who came to my door last week. She wasn't afraid. She looked at me like she knew me, like she'd been there before. I checked my spellbook afterwards, and I swear there are pages I don't remember writing, spells in my own hand, but for magic I would never dare use. Or perhaps never dared admit I wanted to. So I'm writing to ask, in old tales, what happens when a witch loses control of her magic? Can the forest itself turn against its keeper? And is it possible for a curse to forget who cast it and choose a new master? Mossy wishes, a swampy bitch, I mean witch. So, we have a couple questions here. Do you think a witch can lose control of her magic?
Yes.
I also think so. We see it like in almost every kind of
You know what's giving?
What?
Wicked.
Wicked? Oh yeah.
It's giving Wicked.
I was gonna say, there's a movie called Kiki's Delivery Service. But she's a 13-year-old girl, but she can't fly on her broom no more and loses her magic. And then she remembers who she is and then saves her friend at the last moment.
Elphaba loses control
Mm-hmm.
because of outside circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Which is the wizard?
The wizard.
And
everyone thinks that she's evil.
Yeah. You want to know something funny? I never knew like the whole story of Wicked, and I did my best to not get spoiled. So when I went and I saw Wicked 2 in theaters, I literally did not know Elphaba didn't die. So when she came back up at the end, I was like, ah, she's alive! I was gagged. It was so good.
I love Wicked. Wicked is one of my favorite musicals.
Honestly, it's one of my favorite ones too.
Can
now.
you tell I'm such a theater kid? Like Disney musicals.
So, the other question in here is, can the forest itself turn against its keeper? I think so. I think like when it comes to the earth and nature and the forest and stuff, they kind of have like the biggest lay of the land. If humans or any kind of creatures end up messing up the planet is going to be the one thing that still like withstands the test of time, and just kill everything else off. So I think like it can turn on you. The question is, Miss Wicked Witch, what did you do for the Force to turn on you, huh? You kind of left that out.
Oh, damn. Turning it back on the witch.
I mean, I just have following up questions. I need more context. So, is it possible for a cursed to forget who cast it and choose a new master to obey?
Huh.
I'm trying to like think of like any instances where
I'm trying to think of stories.
right. I don't know. I think maybe like I don't know if the spell that would be kind of crazy to think about the spell being powerful enough for itself to manifest a new master of the spell, but like what do you mean by master of the spell?
Or if it to have the memory of who casted it.
Right, the memory of who casted it. So like
I was thinking of that quote from Frozen where like water holds memories.
oh, okay.
So maybe like if it's like a water spell, it can hold memory. I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think
Bring Disney back into this.
No, right. I think you're onto something there. I think totally if magic is what is kind of getting lost in the sauce here, maybe you can try exercising it one more time for a little bit of more answers. So I think, yeah, look into some spells that can kind of like help you investigate and figure out that lost memory and why that is what it is. You might just have dementia, Miss Ma'am. You could be a little old.
You could just have dementia. You could just have Alzheimer's. You could just be going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all things are possible. You live in the forest.
You're alone in the forest.
Well, I hoped that helped. Thank you so much for writing in. So, I'd like to thank my guest, Christina, for hanging out today. The charming Christina, do you have anything to plug, like an Instagram or an upcoming show?
I'm going to plug Macbeth.
Yes.
We open April 11th. It's so good. It's directed by Yasin Panakov, who is the head of UIC Theater.
And he's a ensemble member at the Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago.
He's a really talented actor and director.
Yeah, he name drops like 24/7, like, oh, I just worked with this person. Oh, yeah, I used to work with that guy.
It's crazy. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. It's XRISTINAAHL04.
Right, and if you guys want to come see, so who do you play in Macbeth?
I am the Scottish Doctor, and I'm also an ensemble member.
Ooh, do you get to do the dance? I forgot.
I do get to do the dance.
The
There's
dance
a
is
little
fun.
Special dance.
Yeah, you guys need to come see it. We get possessed, and it kind of gives Beetlejuice vibes a little bit.
It's like, it's the part of the show where you're going to be like, what the hell is happening?
No, seriously. But you're going to be happy that it did happen.
You're going to be so happy that it did happen.
What is your favorite part about your character that you play?
Oh my gosh. There's just the Scottish Doctor comes in with the hope of fixing, and they slowly realize that there is no fixing.
I know the Scottish Doctor is kind of really funny
because it's like, oh, I think I can fix this. Let me try to investigate. And then it's, oh my God, there is so much stuff happening. And then it's like,
it's LOLJK.
LOLJK. And then at the end, like the last line of the Scottish Doctor is, I need to get out of here.
I know. My favorite line that you say is like, will she go to sleep? Now, like the character, Lady Macbeth, she's like, she literally said like 10 times, I'm going to go to sleep, basically. And then when she leaves, the doctor's like, will she sleep now?
It's a line that I have to play seriously.
Right, but that's what makes it funny.
That's what makes it funny.
Awesome. So again, you guys, so that show is going to be April 11th through 18th. When this episode comes out, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to come out on April 17th. So with that being said, this will come out at 1 p.m., which means you have like 6 hours to buy your tickets for tonight's show. And do we have 2 shows on Saturday?
We have 2 shows on Saturdays.
So you have 3 chances to see it. So Saturday, you will be able to see it in the matinee performance, or you can see it in the evening, whichever you want to. Both of them are going to be on and popping. I did a episode with Simon Kasulka. He's the one that plays Malcolm. That is going to be about 2 episodes back. But in the description of that episode, you can find the link to get tickets. Remember, if you're a student at UIC, it is only $5 to get the tickets. They don't check your ID, so you can say that your mom is also a student, and I don't think they would even find out. Yeah, bring your friends, bring your family. It's going to be super, super fun. Any last words?
Thank you for having me.
No worries, of course. Thank you for coming. So, also, y'all, for real, go follow my Instagram at She's in the Crypt so you can see my new mini vlog series of Slash or Smash. I'd like to thank UIC Radio for publishing this podcast, but most importantly, I'd like to thank you, the Crypt Keepers. Thank you for digging this grave with me today. But unfortunately, the graveyard is closed. So until next time, we'll leave this episode in the crypt. Farewell and bad dreams. Make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at She's in the Crypt for updates about upcoming shows and guests. Follow UIC Radio at UIC Radio on Insta and subscribe to the UIC Radio YouTube channel so you won't miss a single episode every Friday. And you can also check out the other shows on the network. This podcast was created, written, and edited by Niomi Dylan Sass. Hey, and published by UIC Radio. Music by Arthur Benson, The Friendly Ghost, and sound effects from epidemicsounds.com. If you can't get enough of She's in the Crypt, you can check out my weekly blog, Crypt Collections, every Saturday morning on the website, uicradio.net, and find me in the blog section. Bye!